Yo, what's up guys, Twitter here. This is just to bring you a vlog. I haven't done one in a while, so I'm going to talk about some random things. Just some random things that may or may not have happened. And just, I don't know, just bullshit. So the first thing is, what is the first thing? The first thing I guess I should talk about is the quick Bakuman stuff. I'm going to mention it in probably the review again, because not all people watch these because of how rare I do them. But I'm pretty sure they're going to try to do like the entirety of the series in this next 13 episodes. Why? Because they went from volume 11 to volume 15 in this first half of season 3 already. So it wouldn't be too far-fetched for them to try to do volume 16 through 20 in these last 13 episodes, which is totally what I think they're going to do anyway. So that's just something I wanted to mention, because that's what they're doing, and I guess that's something to look forward to. I guess, I don't know. I'm probably still thinking I might have to go and pick up the manga. I'm still debating whether I want to buy the manga or not. It really just depends if the anime doesn't get a dub. Like, the anime doesn't get a dub within this year, or there's no announcement relating to Pokemon and Viz or whatever the fuck. Probably I'll just buy the volumes, but we'll see. Viz will be done releasing the manga anyway. I think they're volume 17 right now, and there's only like 3 volumes left, so they'll probably be done either right as or before the anime ends in Japan. The next thing I want to talk about is Django Unchained. I actually went to go see that about a week ago. Yeah, about a week ago with my friend, and me and her, we enjoyed the hell out of the movie. But I've been noticing a shit ton of criticism towards that movie. And the one that I really want to talk about is the N-word bullshit, because that inherently pisses me off, because me personally, I think black people need to get over that bullshit. And the one thing mind you, I'm not a huge Quentin Tarantino fan from the get-go, but my boss is, and she's been recommending me a whole lot of his older stuff. Like, I've already seen Pulp Fiction, seen Inglourious Bastards, what the hell? See, I haven't seen that many, which one is it that he did? Did he do Reservoir Dogs is what I'm thinking of? Yeah. And then I've seen Django, so I haven't seen that many. I've only seen like 4 of his movies. So I can't really talk too much about Quentin Tarantino himself. But from what I've seen and from what I've watched a whole bunch of interviews with him and just a whole bunch of controversy relating to that movie and this bullshit, I really like the fact that he's one of those directors, from what it looks like and the way he is and from what he's been known for. He's that type of director that does not give a fuck. Like, he does not give a flying fuck about sensitive topics. He does what he does, and he doesn't apologize for it, which makes, to me, is a cool-ass attribute from any type of artist who's willing to do that, because whether it be movies, television, music, whatever, because you're staying true to yourself and true to your work, and that's what I respect. But the N-word bullshit, like, I heard Spike Lee and Cat Williams have said some shit. I think I saw Hugo, yeah, I'm so used to saying Hugo. So I mean, Hugo Strange posted something on Facebook regarding, I think he did a blog post about it, and I was just sitting there, I'm like, wow, black people are taking this shit way too seriously. And here's my thing. I know technically, to be historically accurate, they did say offensive racial slang terms to black people. That's kind of the whole point. Even if it wasn't the word nigger, they were still using offensive racial terms you wouldn't use in today's world about black people. And a lot of people are like, that doesn't mean he can make, just because he made a video he made a movie relating to slavery doesn't mean he's allowed to use the N-word. Some people were like really uncomfortable with the N-word, which that's just kind of a personal problem. I don't really view that as a fault of the movie, because it's not like the movie isn't, obviously the movie isn't like 100% historically accurate, but at the same time the movie isn't like, it's not like hearing the word nigger is out of place like it was in Pulp Fiction, where it was just kind of like, okay, that's kind of random. Or in Reservoir Dogs, I'm just kind of like, well, that was kind of random. I mean, compared to those movies, at least nigger makes sense here. Just saying. In the other movies, it was just random as fuck. Nigger, nigger, nigger. And what kills me is that people get offended now. And I'm like, he's been using that word since his older movies. So it's not like this is anything new. A lot of people And just that whole idea that, oh, it's the black society, obviously we have to get offended when another non-black person uses the N-word. Like, the N-word only carries as much weight as we allow it to, and for some motherfuckers, you allow it to rule your goddamn life. Like, literally, you base your decisions on whether someone non-black uses the N-word. That's why niggas get into fights. That's why people get shot. That's why people die. I'm serious. When you die over a word, that's insane. I can understand dying over rights. I can understand dying for what you believe in. But dying over a word is stupid. Especially when the word only holds value because you motherfuckers keep giving it value by reacting and doing shit because of the relation to the word. And I'm like, I'm not gonna... And Django Unchained is not a bad movie. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. Thought this movie was beast as fuck. People always, and the violence. I really hope the uncut version has the full-on violence because the two violent things they're referring to, people keep saying, oh, this movie's really, really violent. The shootouts are nothing new, so I don't know why people complain about that because Quentin Tarantino's always done like these ridiculous shootouts. From the movies I've seen, he's done ridiculous shootouts. He just likes doing that shit, and I have no problem watching that shit. I think the two scenes they're referring to is the Mandingo fighting scene and the dog brutality scene. Those are like the two ones I could think of. And maybe the whipping scene or the hot box stuff. Hot box stuff isn't that offensive. It is, to me, it wasn't really that offensive at all. I was just like, damn. I didn't really go, oh my god, it was so cruel. The whipping, shit that was expected. The dog brutality, people should know about. I mean, hell, if you read Huck Finn, it's not like you need that detailed of a approach, and considering how brutal it really is, it really was back then, it's not like what he said, what he showed was any worse. Actually, it was pretty toned down compared to how really bad it gets. And then the Mandingo fighting, I think the dog scene and the Mandingo fighting scene were probably the worst in terms of brutality. And even those, I probably would say, I maybe cringed a little around, maybe the Mandingo, I cringed a little for both of those scenes, but nothing to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm so offended because they show brutality of black people in an era where black people were brutally beaten for like the dumbest shit. Also, a lot of people were, and just the fact that you were mad about people using the word nigga, I'm like, most of the characters that were using it were like background characters, like, oh, there's a nigger on a horse. It's like, get out here, boy. Like, and they were using other words. Like, they were still using Jimmy and boy and shit. But it's just like, you got stupid rednecks in the background saying that kind of shit. Why people shot the stupid rednecks wouldn't say it? Like, I think Leonardo DiCaprio barely says it. He says it a few times, but he doesn't say it to that point. Like, a lot of the main players in the movie don't say it barely at all. It's usually just all the background characters. And people who fucking said this movie is not funny, it's bullshit. All I gotta talk about is the fucking white cat meeting. That shit was hilarious. Also, Tarantino's appearance in his own movie was pretty funny too, just because of the way that shit ended. And I don't know, I really like the movie. I'm getting that bitch on Blu-ray day fucking one. That and Wreck-It Ralph. Actually, my fucking notification for when I get text messages on my Android phone, my new Android phone, is I'm gonna wreck it. I put it on silent so it wouldn't go off during this video, but that's my fucking text messaging noise right now. What's the other thing I'm gonna talk about? Oh, I'm gonna talk about the so Jason made a video, and this is like my indirect video without actually like fully addressing it as like a separate video, and it's the Nerdy Mo bullshit, which really isn't even bullshit. It's just a video that kind of reminds you never to take that dude seriously on anything. Like, serious, there is no level of seriousness I will ever take Nerdy Mo ever in terms of opinion. I mean, mind you, I've had that thought before, but after that whole top 10 worst animes bullshit, and then the video, and then a few videos before it about him defending Fairy Tail and being like, everyone has their taste and shit, I just thought that was retarded as hell, because for one, his reasoning for defending Fairy Tail, where you could honestly say are the same reasonings why people like some of the series he hates. Now, mind you, the main ones I took away from that I knew people were gonna get mad about because he said they were on the list was Italia, One Piece, Gurren Lagann, Elfen Lied. Oh, and High School of the Dead. Those are the 5 I think he mentioned that were innately offensive. And then Gravitation, I know a little bit about because an ex-friend of mine used to like it. And what kills me is One Piece is kind of retarded. And also, just to put this in perspective, a guy who watched over almost 200 episodes. What? No, for a second. Because he said he stopped in Skype, so that means he watched at least over 150 episodes, around 140, around that mark, because that's where Skype starts. And that means a guy who watched that many episodes calls it the worst anime of all time. And this is the kind of guy that on the same damn list, he has fucking other series that he dropped like 1 or 2 or 3 episodes in. I think almost the majority of the series on here he never even fucking finished. So, that should tell you. To me, a worst anime of all time list, and obviously he's just doing this for the hoeing and the money and shit. But it's like, if you're gonna do a top 10 worst animes of all fucking time, wouldn't you have had to finish the anime and look at the anime objectively to make that claim? To make that claim the way he's making it makes it subjective as shit, and it's not even a complete analysis of the shit. I mean, I'll give you this. I'll give you this. He said Gravitation. Now, from what I know about Gravitation is either a yaoi or an anime with yaoi-ish material in it, and he was just like, it's not my cup of tea. When you say that about an anime and then put it on the top 10 worst animes of all time, I'm just like, what the fuck? Also, you put High School of the Dead higher than Aiken, even though Aiken's a 2-episode OVA series, which I don't understand why you watched both episodes when the first one did not show any damn promise. I've seen Aiken. Aiken is like fan service fun. You do not take that series seriously, which is funny because that's the same justification he uses for why he likes Fairy Tail. I know he's like, I can ignore plot holes if I'm entertained. Okay, so you can ignore plot holes when you're entertained with Fairy Tail, but for some reason High School of the Dead and Aiken are both horrible as fuck. Even though Fairy Tail has fucking plot holes, it's a badly written shonen, and on top of all of that, is a fan servicey shonen. High School of the Dead may have its problems, like its ridiculous fan service, but first off, Aiken has more ridiculous fan service than High School of the Dead. High School of the Dead just has slow motion breast shots and the gunshots. Literally, episode 6 is like the worst it gets, and then you have obviously the breast slow motion bullshit. There's like maybe like those are like 2 episodes you could really blame out of 12 fucking episodes. Everything else was still done fairly well, and the characters are likable. Fuck Ray, though. High School of the Dead is just meant to have fun with. So the fact that you argue that for Fairy Tail, but you won't argue that for fucking High School of the Dead is retarded. Also, the fact that Aiken is lower than High School of the Dead on the list, even though Aiken is ridiculous with it, it's just insane. Gurren Lagann, wow. You know what? For Jason said in his video, I'm going to say it again. You have horrible taste in anime. Seriously. I don't understand what the fuck you like. Like, why do you even watch anything outside of shonen? Like, seriously. I feel like you just need to stick to simple ass shonen and just sit the fuck down, because that's insane. You like Naruto and Fairy Tail, but for some reason Gurren Lagann didn't appeal to you at all. What the fuck? Also, the character development, that's just ridiculous. Watch. You know what? No, fuck it. I'm just saying that was ridiculous. So, in terms of that nerdy mode bullshit, that nigga is irrelevant as fuck in terms of any opinion. Seriously, I do not value that nigga's opinion on anything. That was just straight out ridiculous. Because I saw before Jason's video, so I went back and I was like, wow, you're going to defend Fairy Tail, like all this shit. And mind you, I didn't even hate the Fairy Tail defense video. I thought it was a pretty good video. You know, people like what they like, you have your own opinions. But the fact that you then make a top 10 worst anime list, which is obviously a hoeing, because that's a ridiculous title to put for something that none of these series you've even fucking finished or even caught up to. And then, like, on top of that, you just said a whole bunch of random vague ass shit that you went back in the same arguments for the Fairy Tail video. So what the fuck was that about? So that's that. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. I guess in terms of vlog shit, I start school next week, which is going to be a fun but being a bitch. Also, I've been trying to do the whole weightlifting thing every night and drinking a whole bunch of water. I've been looking online for like different tips, because the thing is, like, I said for the whole New Year's video or the end of the year ramble thing that I wanted to start doing more exercise stuff. But obviously, I gotta work it slow because I haven't done it obviously in a while. For obvious, you can obviously tell. I was curious. I saw online, you know, it would be good to start taking multivitamins like once a day. Is there a particular brand I should go for? I'm just curious. Just throwing that out there. Obviously, for like these last 2 weeks, most of the shows I watch have been on break. One Piece was on break. Magi's on break. Pet Girl Sakurasa Hall's on break. JoJo's on break. Literally all I've been able to watch, I think, was Bakuman and Pokemon. Everything else, I think, was on break. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter was on break. Space Brothers was on break, which pisses me off because Space Brothers is getting so fucking good. My nigga Muta went in, and I was like, all right, let's go. Also, just throwing this out here, I looked at I was gonna make this a part of the video, but the problem is this. I looked at the winter 2013 list. I have yet to see an anime I'm actually really interested in watching. Like, no bullshit. There has been nothing on that list I really wanted to watch. There's a lot of, like, girls animes. So I may take this season as a way of getting into some series a lot of people want me to try. Like, I'll probably try out The World Only God Knows, Kuroko no Basket, and I think those two would be fine for right now. I actually might even put that on my weekly season anime discussion on Anime Real Talk TV, depending on how the season is. But then again, Magi and Pet Girl Sakurasu Hall have not finished, so I still have time. I still have those two on there. No, not Pet Girl. I mean Magi and JoJo. Well, actually, Pet Girl Sakurasu Hall hasn't finished either. Apparently, that's gonna be 26 episodes, or 25, or 24. I'm surprised, actually. In terms of my, hold on a second, my computer went on screensaver mode. I'm playing this shit today. Okay. In terms of my physical watching, I have yet to go any. Okay, apparently someone's awake downstairs. I have yet to go any further with Hellsing, especially because I just found out that the 10th episode OVA has just been released, subbed. It's actually online. I can watch it now, but for one, I haven't watched, what was that, 4 through 8 yet? Yeah, I haven't watched 4 through 8 yet, so I'm not going to bother with that. Black Lagoon I've been dicking around with, and Redline. I think what I'm going to do this weekend is I'm going to watch Redline. I finished Bakemonogatari. Obviously, I didn't do it fully legitimately because of the Aniplex situation on Crunchyroll. And if you don't know what that's about, there's a video, a few videos I did back about Aniplex frustrations and shit. So that's what that's relating to. But the quick version is Crunchyroll only got the license to air 12 of the 15 episodes on Crunchyroll on Bakemonogatari stream, and to watch the other 3 episodes you have to buy the box set, which is $150, which is bullshit. So you were kind of forced into this limbo where it's either you spend $150 or you just pirate it, or not really pirate it, but just watch it illegally, I guess. So anyways, I finished Bakemonogatari. Probably gonna start Nisamonogatari too, because that's only 11 episodes, and then hopefully by the time I finish Nisamonogatari, I can just jump into Nekomonogatari, because I think Nisamonogatari is a sequel and Nekomonogatari is a prequel. So that's what I'm going to do for that. I could just jump into Nekomonogatari, but I kind of want to do Nisamonogatari next. I want to do it in the order they aired out in. I'm pretty sure Madaka's probably going to get its American English release soon, at least by Sentai, because Sentai said they were dubbing it, so I guess I'm kind of looking forward to that. I say kinda because obviously I'm weird, and obviously Abnormal just ended. I know Shonen Jump Alpha's supposed to be making some announcements within the next, what is it? Is it next week or is it the week after? They're gonna start making a shit ton of announcements about Alpha right before the simulcast. I'm really hoping some of these announcements are new series, and I hope they're like ongoing. Like I hope it's either Gintama, Sket Dance, Madaka. Maybe they put up the other volume of Nisekoi, because when I renewed my subscription, the Nisekoi stuff, I decided to get that as my free volume, and I read the first volume. The first volume's okay. I mean, it's typical like romance triangle bullshit, so it's not really anything amazing. Also, want to try that new manga that started in Jump with the the fucking police woman, because I heard that got a lot of hype when it first came out. So I want to try that out. Assassination Classroom, I've looked at it. I'm a little bit more interested in it, but not anything too substantial. And I'm just wondering what else they're gonna put out, or if they're gonna grab other series from other comics. Maybe they'll put Silver Spoon in there, because I think Silver Spoon is still going. I actually wouldn't be surprised considering they have FMA. So whatever the fuck. In terms of real life stuff, nothing really much. I mean, as I said, I bought a new phone. I have a Samsung Galaxy Blaze S, and yes, that is a One Piece wallpaper on the background because I am a fanboy, and that is awesome. So yeah, you also can see that I'm recording this at about 11 o'clock in the morning, and then I got this case for it. I'm probably going to pay this off within a few weeks because I'm with T-Mobile, for those who want to know. I've been enjoying the hell out of the Android. I've been using the Viz Manga app and the Crunchyroll app and just a whole bunch of bullshit on there. Oh yeah, I guess I should go ahead and mention, for those who don't know, I mentioned it on my main channel, but I got a $100 gift card from Crunchyroll for Christmas, and I decided to use that on a few things. First thing is I used that to buy a case, and then I just pre-ordered 2 games. Which 2 games did I pre-order? I pre-ordered the Fire Emblem game for the 3DS, and I also pre-ordered Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, but I kind of overspent, so I had to spend like $11 in cash, which is still pretty cool because I literally got a fucking $60 game for $11, and I get the pre-order bonus, which is the Goku outfit, which I actually still think is pretty cool. So that's something to look forward to. Also, are you guys excited about that whole Pokemon announcement that we'll get in a few days? We'll get it on Tuesday or Monday, I think. In terms of school, not really too worried. I mean, the only 2 days I gotta actually go down to class is fucking Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the other times I'm just chilling in the fucking house, going to work, and getting paid like a motherfucker. Alright, I'm stopped. But that's essentially all I have to say for the vlog, so please throw out comments and opinions, and if you watch this whole thing through, I want you to type in the comment section, Nerdy Mo is irrelevant. No. No, actually, no, fuck that. Yeah, actually, type that in. Type that as the fucking ending. Nerdy Mo is irrelevant. That's me being a dick. I don't really care. Fuck it. The nigga's irrelevant. Who the fuck is Nerdy Mo? Anyway. This has been the Vlogs again from your boy Terrell. And thank you guys for watching. So, catch you guys later. Peace. Oh, yeah, also, waffles. Alright, bye guys.